Hello everyone and welcome to Maybe I'll Sing. Today I will not be singing. Today I will be updating you on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. Now this video was one of the more successful that I have posted on my channel apart from the Q1 empties video, which if you want to go look at that, I used up $300 of product. So I'm really excited to share and update with you on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. Let's get into it. My first eyeshadow that we're using is my base shade, and currently it looks like this. I messed up last time and didn't take a great picture, but it just had baby pan in it last month, and now you can see so much more of the pan. I think I'll be able to get this finished up by the time you see me in my next update. Now for my crease shade, it's another one of those Ulta singles, kind of. It's this blue matte shadow, and this shadow makes me understand why people go by usage counts. I am still wavering back and forth on whether or not I will be bothered, but I feel like I'm using it. Maybe you can see a dip, maybe you can see it flattened a little bit, and I'll have pictures below with my iPhone camera so you get a little bit better quality, but I don't see much of a difference. I have enjoyed using it though. I will post some of my favorite blue eyeshadow looks that I've done in the last month for you to look at using this shadow, and I know I'm going to keep it in the project for at least one more month. I'm kind of phasing out of blue as we're getting into spring. I really want to use more warm tone shades than this cool tone, but I'm going to stick with it for one more month and we will see where we are at that point. Jumping over to the shades in my e.l.f. Everyday Smoky palette, I am really happy with the progress on these two browns. As you can see from the pictures below, the matte shade that I use in my eyebrows and often in my crease, I'm wearing it in my crease today, has expanded upwards just a little bit, and the shimmer shade has a pretty significant dip in it at this point. Based on the depth that I know that I have in the matte shade, I think I'll be able to hit pan on the shimmer shade next month or maybe the month after. With this shimmer, as you can probably guess from the pan shape, I mostly apply it with my finger, so I'll just rub my finger in and use that all over to smudge quickly all over the lid. I have absolutely loved having these two in for wearing to work, and like I said, I went into work 2 out of the 4 weeks in March, so this was a really easy work look, and it was a great challenge between this and the gold ABH shade that I will show you in a second to see how many different neutral looks I could create with just 3 shadows. I really loved everything that I came up with and the versatility I was able to get just by changing up my application style. And as promised, here is that ABH shade. You can tell from last time it was like barely touched, and now there is a great dip in there. This is another one where I generally use it. I generally just take my finger, smudge a little bit, and then take that, pat it as an accent or all over the lid, as you saw in those neutral looks. This I am wearing today. I will just go ahead and show you my eye look. And what I did is I have the matte brown in the crease, I have the shimmer brown all over the lid, and then I patted this into the center just to give it a little bit more glow and to emphasize the gold that was already in that brown shimmer. I wore this look to work probably 3 or 4 times, and without the blue underneath, but basically the same thing, and I just loved it. And finally, my e.l.f. Kristen Siriano palette. Here is that white shade, and because it is the end of the quarter and because it is both the end of the winter quarter, and I have made a rule in this project that after having something in for a quarter, I can refresh and roll it out. I am going to roll out this shade. It's a little too late in the year for me to use a straight up white as a highlighter, and I wanted to get something fresh in, especially because I felt like my progress on this shade wasn't showing in the same way that I would have liked from previous months. So as a replacement shade, this is the only shade that I am replacing this month. I rolled randomly, and of course this palette is sticking around. So I randomly rolled this light pink shade. Now I will zoom you in, but as you can see at the top there, there's already quite a dip. So I think I will be able to hit pan on this within 1 to 2 months, and especially once I finish up my base shade, that Ulta cream shade, I'll probably end up dipping into this as a base shade for the remainder of the month if I use that one up early. Hi, next week Romy here. So, you know how I said on this pink shade that I thought I could have it done in another 1 to 2 months? Turned out that was actually 1 to 2 uses. I've already hit pan. I did probably 3 looks using this. One, I used it quite a bit because I tried to mix it with my blue to do something like cotton candy, bubblegum themed. Didn't work out, so I'm not going to put up a picture. But yeah, I already hit pan. So rolling in a new inner corner highlight and randomly generated was my e.l.f. Shimmer Brightening Powder. I've had this for so long, the writing has scuffed off. Now, this broke a little while ago, and I kind of repressed it with my fingers, but my goal for this, since I already have pan in it, is to clear out this little bit of product so that you see the rings there, and to get the full inner ring uncovered. At that point, I will roll this out. But I really love this e.l.f. highlighter. It's a little bit blingier than I usually go, but it looks beautiful as an eyeshadow or an inner corner highlight, so I'm happy to have it in. That's all I have for you this month. Thank you for watching my Pan Those Eyeshadows series. If you liked what you saw, I do post weekly on Tuesdays at 7. Sometimes it'll be a pre-film video, and sometimes it'll be live for all y'all. I already gave you a little makeup close-up, but here we are. This is fun, neutral, also could wear it to work. I love the shadows that I'm currently playing with right now. And I hope that you have some shadows that you are loving on in your Pan Those Eyeshadows projects. If you are, I want to hear about it. If you have thoughts on the shadows I'm panning, I want to hear about it. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye!